Welcome back to the Smash with That show. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Ashley, and today we will be making a surf and turf pasta in an Alfredo sauce, and it's about to be so good, so stay tuned. But before we get started, you know I have a word today, and the word is Habakkuk 2 verses 2 through 3 says, "Then the Lord replied, Write down the revelation and make it plain on tablets, so that a herald may run with it, for the revelation awaits an appointed time." This scripture is talking about the waiting season, when you had faith but have become disappointed for waiting for so long and have lost all hope in it. This is speaking to me too. So hold on to this word because it's going to be a good one. But I remember something that Billy Graham said, and I'm going to read it real quick. It said, God's timing is precise when the sun rises and sets, even when the stars move in their courses, when the oceans know their boundaries. Everything obeys his timing, and yet you and I struggle to trust him with ours. That was a good one. We say, God, why is it taking so long? But if we could see the full picture, we would understand that God is arranging every detail, aligning every person, and setting every event in motion to fulfill what he promised. The things you prayed for are not denied. They're in preparation. And when they arrive, they will not be late. They will come right on time. God never rushes, but he's never late. You may not feel strong. You may not see progress. You may not even see answers. But faith was never meant to walk by sight. It was meant to be born in the silence. It was meant to be born in the in-between where nothing makes sense and everything in you just wants to give up. That's what faith was meant for. The real battle is fought not in the noise, but in the quiet trust that whispers, God, I still believe you know what you're doing. That is the kind of faith that touches heaven. That's the kind of faith that moves mountains. Because when you refuse to let time weaken your trust, then you are allowing yourself to get in alignment with the rhythm of God's will. Once you're in alignment with God's will, his timing begins to unfold with unstoppable power. So keep believing and have faith. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started on our surf and turf pasta, so stay tuned. So we're going to start with our prep, and I ended up dicing up one shallot into small dice-sized pieces just like this. Then I minced 5 cloves of minced garlic, and now we're going to season our ribeye steak. I used prime rib seasoning salt, and onion powder. You could season it however you like, but this is what I preferred. And then in a skillet on medium-high heat, you're just going to lay your steak down nice and slow just like that. And you can cook your steak to whatever temperature you desire, but I prefer medium rare. So I cooked it for 3-4 minutes on each side. Then I added some butter, fresh rosemary, and some garlic cloves. Then you're going to spoon all that garlic, rosemary, butter on your steak so it can soak up all that flavor from the juices. In the same skillet I sauteed our steak, I just sauteed some fresh broccolini so it'll get that garlic, butter, rosemary taste to it. Then we're going to boil our rigatoni noodles as directed on the package with like 2 tablespoons of oil added to it. Then you're going to use a little over a half a pound of peeled and deveined shrimp and rinse it and season it with some blackened Cajun seasoning, onion powder, New Orleans Cajun seasoning, and of course some Slap Ya Mama seasoning. Then in the same skillet I sauteed the broccolini. I went ahead and sauteed my shrimp until it looks nice and golden brown just like this, and you want to cook it for like 1 to 2 minutes on each side. Don't overcook your shrimp. Now for our Alfredo sauce, I went ahead and used 2 tablespoons of butter in the same pan to get all that flavor. And then you're going to add your shallots and your minced garlic. You're going to saute that for 1 to 2 minutes. Then you're going to add some cream cheese, let that melt down, and then add 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream, along with some fresh shredded 4-cheese blend and some Romano shredded cheese as well. You can use Parmesan cheese or whichever cheese you like, but this is what I prefer. You're gonna let it sit and simmer until it's nice and thickened. While the sauce is simmering, I went ahead and sliced up my medium rare steak. It kind of looks medium, but you know, it's there. Then, now that our sauce is thickened, I went ahead and seasoned it with onion powder, New Orleans Cajun seasoning, Adobo seasoning, and some Slap Your Mama seasoning. And you're gonna give that a stir and taste as you go. Then you're gonna add your rigatoni pasta back to the sauce, and you're gonna give that a toss, and voila guys, this is what we looking like, okay? It's looking so good, and it sure did taste as good as it looked. I did forget to record myself eating this pasta, but let me tell you guys, this pasta was amazing. So you guys need to give it a try and let me know in the comments what to make next. So thank you for smashing with Ash. If you guys enjoy hearing words of wisdom of God and smashing good food, then hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos because your girl will be back soon.